Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Coach Anthony with Facilitate the Process, and we are running a awesome special right now. And the reason why I'll tell you a little bit about why we are actually running this special. But first, I want to say, to all my HBCU people, I'm rooting for every HBCU. All right. So the reason why we are offering this special is because recently the feds had, they dropped the interest rate on some things, right? They dropped it on the federal interest rate, right? So whatever, a couple of points. And hopefully that should put a little bit of extra money in some folks' pockets, right? And what we wanted to do as well is to lower one of our packages to also assist those folks. So it doesn't even take that extra money, right? So hopefully that makes sense. We decided to try to help folks a little bit more because the main goal that we have is to assist student athletes with the recruiting process. That's the end goal, period, to get these kids with these six-figure scholarships. So, as I said, I'm Coach Anthony with Facilitate the Process. And we've always said over the past couple of years that we believe, we always talked about trusting the process, which is great. But how does one trust that process when no one's really teaching it? No one's really talking about it. No one's giving them the actual tools. So we decided to go a whole different way with this. Years ago, what we used to do is we used to do this with paper, Excel spreadsheets, email, phone calls, text back and forth with coaches. And that's great, right? It's still great to have the personal connection because most people think that because what we do is how we do what we do, is that there's no personal connection. There is still a personal connection, but what we believe is that the recruiting process doesn't stop. The recruiting process happens while you're asleep. It happens while a kid is in school. It happens while they're on a date. It happens while they are at practice, at a game. It does not stop. So what we try to do is we put together something that basically it's almost like the recruiting process on steroids, where it assists a student athlete with getting the process continuing to go even while they are not thinking about it. So let me tell you what we have for you today. We have and you should see it scrolling on the bottom. We have a limited time offer on our role player recruiting package. And it's $500 for 2 years of access, which is a savings of $220. So we wanted to save, I'll help you out with save a little bit extra money. And hopefully at least within those 2 years, if you need to stay a third year, we can talk about it. It'll probably be a regular rate, but we can always talk about it. But in those 2 years, you never know. You might get something that comes through and it may get already done. The process may be done for you. So what we believe with the process is that we automate a lot of the things that happen within this process. So you'll always know what's going on. You're going to have a timeline. A student athlete is actually going to have their own website. They will not be on a website where there are like five and six different athletes where a coach just goes to one website and they say, oh, we can look through this person, look through that person, and then they overlook your student athlete. No, your student athlete will have their own website. So with us rolling out this limited time offer, we wanted to kind of give you because a lot of people don't have they haven't seen behind the scenes. So we want to show you behind the scenes, and we want to show you what the end product is that your student athlete would have. And to be perfectly honest and transparent, even if you only have the software access only, once we show you what the offer looks like, and you're going to see that it may be all you need. But what I want to caution you and tell you is that sometimes you do need that extra personal touch, and we do have other packages for that. But this is not about those other packages. With this particular package and this limited time offer, we don't take anything out of it. You still will get, we're going to show you what comes with the package. You're still going to get all of those things, right? Even though there's a price cut, you're still going to get all of that. And we do not leave you hanging. You will still get certain things from us from an educational standpoint. We continually educate everyone. It doesn't matter what package you're on. You still will get certain educations. You'll get updates, and we will try to still get you, in the process of where you need to be at. So it's not a get your money and never talk to you again. So no matter what level you are in with us, we will take care of you. All right. So as I said, once we show you the offer, you're going to see everything that's there. And you may only ever need the software access only because frankly, as far as we're concerned, it's the best thing out there for you. Not only is it cost effective, but it's time effective as well because you're not going to have to sit inside this software every day. So let's go ahead and move forward with what we want to show you. So give me a second here. I want to move this off the screen. And what I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you is basically what the screen will look like once you get all your login and your site is built and ready to go. What you're actually going to get is you're going to have your own link, and it's going to go to this site right here. And you're gonna see that you see our logo up top here, and you're just gonna go ahead, you log in, and what this is the back end to the actual website, and we'll show you what the student athletes website is. So before we get up to the home and welcome letter screen and all of that, you'll see this is where recruitment starts. This is where it starts, and we want you to start that with us. We really, really do. We don't want you to wait. That's what happens with a lot of student athletes. They wait. Parents wait, coaches wait. They say, I know this person, I can talk to this person. You can't leave your process up to one person, two people. You literally, it's a DIY type of thing. Do it yourself while you still have other people working with you. That's how you got to do this. If you want that six figure scholarship, this is what you have to do because that transfer portal is, you got people in that transfer portal that have already done the job, and that's what they're looking at. So we want to help you to beat the transfer portal. All right. So as you'll see right here in this recruitment timeline for all schools, this means that whatever schools you've already chosen, right? If you've already been through the questionnaire, coaches' responses, it basically tells you how many there are altogether that you've done. So as we went through the process and we did our demo page, you'll see here that the person got 2 letters of interest, they got 2 offers, got 2 scholarships, right? 2 campus visits, they did 2 recruit questionnaires. So we're going to tell you what's very important about those recruit questionnaires because some of them are elusive and they are extremely hard to find. And what we did for you, and this is why we love our automation factor, and we love the fact that like I say, we want to put this recruiting process on steroids. We don't have to look for all of those items. We put it all right in here for you. All right. So when we look up here at your you get a welcome, you're gonna have a welcome letter just basically saying, hey, welcome to, welcome. We're glad to have you. If you have any questions, hit us up, right? You're never gonna be alone because we have our film room here. And each of these videos here are they have something to do with the site. They're gonna help you to navigate exactly what you want to do. And for the sake of time, I don't, I'm not gonna go through every one of these. Once you sign up, excuse me, once you sign up, you'll look at them. They're pretty self-explanatory. They're going to run you through everything you need to do. But since you happen to have a question, there's the ask a question button over here on the side. And you click that. And once you click that, it's gonna, you can leave a good message for us if you have a question or anything um like that. All right. So, but most of these videos should help you. And what we do as a quality assurance method, we go through these videos to set up the process, and we did it right from the videos to make sure that everything was was good to go before we pushed it out to you. All right. So when you look at my recruitment, you'll see it open up to the profile information, videos, coaches, professional, custom statistics, schedule settings, right? So everything that you do within this site is what's going to build on this back end is what's going to build your website, which is so key because so many times, we want to say back, as they say back in the day, right? People had to buy and get someone to build a website for them. That was very, very costly. You don't have to do that with us. You put everything in here and it builds your website for you. I don't think you can beat that. This builds the website for you. Everything is right here where you need it at. You have your about me section, which you're going to see again when we get to the actual when the website is built, the accomplishments, state championship, all conference, all those great things, right? You always make sure you hit save after every time you do something. Always hit save. You got your photos. This is the header photo, which is going to be the banner that's going to be at the top when you look at the website. And this is going to be the photo where you place the student athletes hopefully in game attire or whatever, like an action photo or something or whatever that they can actually recognize the student athlete. And always hit save. Always remember that. Your metrics, yeah, fancy word, right? But that's just basically age, height, weight, all those great things. You got your sports, it's your primary sport position, and you can always check other sports. And once again, I said always hit save changes. Academics, basically all of these items, everything, and always hit save, and parent guardian information as well, and always hit save. Um, always also remember, as we said, hit save. But when you get into these sections of your SAT score, ACT, any of the ones that you've taken, or any of your metrics, height, weight, or your once you get to your stats and stuff, right? Make sure that you are always giving truthful information because if they really want to find out, they'll find out certain things. This is not to say that you'll be dishonest, but these type of things have happened. So make sure that you are using the correct information. Don't embellish. Live exactly what it is. If you're getting 9.9 points a game, it's 9.9 points a game. It's not 12.5 or whatever. You give the right numbers. All right. So, as we said, you can put your videos in here. You put up to 8 videos. As I said already, anytime that there's a save button, please make sure that you are hitting save. All your coaches' information with their emails. You can put their phone numbers or not, whatever, right? But just to show you of how you can actually put this together for the coaches to actually be able to see everything. As I said, once you get to your stats, you can actually type in, as it says here, you'll see add statistics. You name what the statistic is. The value is whatever it is, like 3-point percentage, 42%, right? Put that in. You put all that in here. Whatever your sport is, you take those statistics, put the values there, put it in. Too easy. Hopefully your coaches are excuse me, hopefully your coaches are keeping track of those stats for you and that they are, verifiable and all of that great stuff. And that's what you put there. One of the biggest things that we've always found out, and we see it on social media all the time, we watch kids say, "Hey, coaches, here's my schedule." When kids are playing for 2 and 3 teams, that's 2 and 3 different schedules that you have to keep putting out to a college coach or whoever. And it's, oh, please look. Well, guess what? Those days are done. If you have your schedule, okay, we have your high school schedule, right, going on. After you do all these, you can put all your scheduled games in here, right? It's all on your website. Why do you have to? Why would you have to keep sending 5 and 6 different social medias, hoping that the coach looks at it and sees it? All the coach has to do, all you have to do is say, "Hey, coach, my website is updated," or whatever. It's all going to be there as long as you keep doing what you need to do to update your website. So you still have to do some work. We did a lot of the work for you. You just have to do some work. So it's too easy. You after the high school season, you can delete all of this and then put in your club season. Sure. Hey, coaches, my website is up to date. Schedule's there. And if they already have this, they don't have to keep seeing you posting and then look. Hopefully, the coach is like, oh, let me look at the website update because it's on your site, your dedicated website. Let me say that again. It's the student athlete's dedicated website that's built for them based off of everything that they're putting in this system here. You're gonna love the website once I get to the point of showing it to you. So I mean I don't know any other way of what you should use. You should definitely be using our software. It's amazing. I just can't say anything other than that. It's going to help the student athlete to get where they need to go. And of course we can't give you a guarantee, but guess what? If you're doing nothing, come on, this is definitely something, and it's going to put you in a better path, right? But as I said, you're not going to have to continuously update the coach on your website. I mean, on your schedules and stuff because it's going to be there. You have an update for your stats. You go in and you change the stats. It is too easy. and it's all in one place, not 5 and 6, and you got to send the coach somewhere else. Because within the system, you can always send the coach another email. So we're going to get to that as well. So when you look here, all this basically is here is where it says status here. It says available to the world, and it says I'm still working on it. So if it was I'm still working on it, your site would not be live. Okay, I repeat, your site would not be live. Available to the world, save changes, your site is now live. And usually it takes about maybe 5 to 10 seconds, if that, right? Very fast. And your site is ready after you put in all that work. Below that, social settings, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter are what we have here. And I must caution you, student athletes should have an appropriate social media presence. Okay, and I don't want to go too much into that, but an appropriate social media presence, and hopefully the names that they're using are appropriate. And you want coaches to be able to, excuse me, to be able to go to your page and not see a lot of crazy stuff, right? So those are the things that we educate folks on within the process. So we don't want to belabor too much of that. You've seen it. You've seen it happen. Kids have lost scholarships or chances to get a scholarship over social media. So of adults have lost their jobs, right? So we want to go back up to the profile setting with the custom link. So you'll see the custom link here. It's going to start off with this. And on the back end, ours is beat the transfer portal. Um, you can name it whatever you want, right? Well, you probably want to do your name, your initial in your name, and your year or something like that, right? But make it professional. Don't make it, it don't have to be too long, whatever. It doesn't really matter, but make it professional, something that's maybe memorable, but keep it within the parameters of the recruiting process. So that's the site there. There's your social media. And now I'm gonna show you what the actual website looks like. All right. So let's see if we can get the move. All right. So what we have here is this was that banner that I was speaking of earlier with the pictures. And this is where the athletic photo will go at for Johnny Rebound. Johnny Rebound's a great athlete, by the way. And you're going to find out why Johnny Rebound is a great athlete because of his About Me section, the achievements that he has, and all the great stats that he has. Rebound even actually has his videos. He has everything in one place that, as a coach, if I'm out on the road, and I'm getting his email and I'm seeing his website, I don't even really have to call Johnny right away. I've got everything I need from Johnny. And guess what I'm doing with Johnny? I'm putting Johnny on my board because he meets that eye test, maybe, right? He's got all his videos in here. Oh, and we didn't mention, but you can actually put your huddle links in here as well. That huddle link that only coaches can, they got to go all the way just to huddle. You can put that in here as well, along with YouTube videos, right? Got to mention that. So you can put that in here as well. That huddle stuff can go right in here, and your coaches are going to one spot, right? So we had the primary sport, and then we have the position, and we have the other sports because you may reach out to other coaches in football and track or field or whatever, right? You may reach out to them in other sports. Hit, hit. You want to maximize this. So once again, here are your metrics that we talked about. We talked about your academics, making sure that everything is on the up and up. Make sure it's all the correct information. Eligibility numbers are here for NCAA and NAIA. You want to make sure you put those there. Here are the accomplishments: state championship, all conference, all those school record for points, all those great things that Johnny has done. That's going to probably make him attractive to some team. I don't know. Maybe he set the rebounding record for freshmen. Who knows? All depends on what a team is looking for, right? Hence, why this is called the role player package. Depends on where you want to go. How are you trying to do this? Are you trying to go full blast, or you just want to at least get your feet wet, and you never know what you might get out of this. You might get a six-figure scholarship. It can happen. It has happened. We've done it before with just paper, pen, and Excel spreadsheet, emails, and text. That was it. We didn't have all this great software and technology. So Imagine now what we're going to be able to do. Imagine now what you're going to be able to do with the process being the way it is. It's a no-brainer for you. And it's a win-win. So you're going to go and to the left here, as we said, you have your academics, you have your custom statistics. Remember, you can always go back and adjust those statistics because they may change over time. Coaches, professional instruction and information. Here you have a sport. You know, they have basketball, football, and they have archery, right? And they have the type, whether it's a club or whether it's high school, private. You have the coach's name here. And you can even put the, as I said, you can put the email and phone because as that is done, they can either click on it and contact those folks if they needed to, right? And last but not least, here is the schedule that we spoke of. Remember, the schedule can change when you finish the high school season. Like this is where you don't get lazy. Change the schedule out. Change the schedule out. Put your put your club schedule in there. Put your club schedule in there. It's too easy. If all the big the heavy lifting is already done, it doesn't take much to do this, right? Parents, coaches, student athletes, this is whoever is doing this. This has to be done. It's just not no matter what you pay someone for or whatever, you still have to do some work. But what we're trying to tell you is that the system that we have here is a system that takes the majority of the work off of you. It doesn't make you lazy, right? It's going to make your process more efficient because you're going to have time to do other things. You're not going to have to worry about your student athletes. Not going to have to worry about practice and wonder, oh, what's going on with my process? They can come out of practice and see that they have text messages that a coach has viewed their page, that a coach has responded to them, right? And we're going to get back to those questionnaires. So hopefully that this insight of um the back end of our of what the websites and stuff how they're built, hopefully that gives you a little more if that makes you kind of feel a little more at ease as to um what you would actually have as a part of this because i mean of course we're going to say it's great, but it can definitely work for you. I mean, who else has an opportunity to go to school and go wherever you're at. Every second of the day, your recruiting process is working for you without you doing everything to get it done. All right. So let's see if we can. Want to go back to the website so you can kind of see what the spot where these questionnaires are because what a lot of people don't know the power. There's a lot of power in the questionnaires that a lot of people don't know about. And what these questionnaires are they're questionnaires where they have all the school is asking you a lot of information. Some of the information is redundant because it's information you're going to have on your website, but you still got to fill it in because, excuse me, this is information that's going to be going on the school's website, right? So in their software. So you got to make sure you still put it in. So it's a little bit of work on that end, a lot of administrative stuff, right? So you can go here, let's find my school. You can go to browse schools, right? And literally, you got to be careful for as football with the FBS and FCS um, between the way of how you search them. So if it doesn't look like it's in one area, search them all because we tried to break it down. So when in doubt, just search them all, especially for football. All right. So you can search it by sport. We pretty much assist with all pretty much assist with all sports that are scholarship related, right? And you can go by state. You can select by the different conferences. And I mean, and that's NCAA, NJCAA, which is JUCO. You can do those by division, by sport, by state, by conference. NAIA, same thing, division, sport, state, conference. All right, and it's a community college in California. Um, And you got your private high schools. So this is even for us like student athletes who are trying to get to certain private high schools and things like that. And we don't use that as much. A lot of student athletes because they're usually they're contacted by those schools anyway when those private high schools want whoever they want, right? But your main focus is probably going to be NCAA, NJCAA, and NAIA. So that's where you're going to look for the school. So let's give a quick. Let's go with the Division One, and let's go with what you'll see here. Probably let's say basketball. So and we're going to hit filter, and you're going to see all these schools pop up. Right? So let's just see the first school. All you do, you click a plus here, and it would automatically go into your school section. So for the sake of argument, let's say we click the button for a school. Well, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. So search schools. You can go in here and search a school, right? Type it in, search it. For the sake of when we hit the plus button, we hit the plus button, and this is where our schools popped up at, right? It was added to our list. Under NCAA, we have four. NJCAA. Let's see if we get those. We have one. Says we have one for NJCAA that we possibly clicked. We didn't click any for NAI. So let's say this student was looking at these four schools. Okay, if you've done a little bit of if you've done a little bit of research at any school, make sure you're looking at a school that potentially is a right fit. And you're gonna get once I said, like I said, doesn't matter what tier you're on, we're gonna still educate you on all these things. You can follow us on Facebook, you can follow us on X, formerly Twitter, you can follow us on Instagram. Even if we are not emailing this educational stuff out to you, it is there on our social media platform. But more likely than not, we're already sending you this stuff. We're giving you probably a lot of the stuff that we don't put on the websites, right? So we're letting you know what's going on and how to do these things. Right fit. Don't go to a school where you know that there's no chance of you playing. If you look at the school and you think that there's no chance of you playing right away or whatever, depending on what you want to do, then don't put them down. Don't reach out to them. That's all I'm really going to say about that. Because what happens, a lot of student athletes, they pick these schools, they go to these schools, and they transfer like right away. Anything can happen. It could be a bad relationship with the coach, but we're just saying right from the get go, look at a school, look at certain things, look at their records, look at who's in what positions, look at their um, uh, how many juniors, seniors they probably look at all those things. Who's in your position? Like all of those things matter, but those are things that we're going to continuously educate you about throughout the process, right? So you look at these schools, and we're going to say, for no reason at all, really, we're going to say, well, let's look at Florida State. Now, disclaimer: hopefully, sometimes a lot of the money amounts and things may not be completely up to date. They may have raised tuitions and stuff like that. But this is sort of kind of to give you an idea. But if you do have an issue, we do have the website, sports website listed here, where you can actually go to the website to confirm certain things. Okay. So that's our disclaimer on that. You can confirm the tuition prices and things like that. But you'll see here within the athletic department, from the information that is current for us as to who the coaches are, right? And you'll see them for all the sports that they have. Hit. It's all in one place. You have nowhere else to look unless you're trying to confirm something. That's why we said this is the most efficient thing for you in the recruiting process. And we don't, we think this is the best step for you. So you have all this listed here, right? All right. So I just wanted to make sure that worked. So you're going to go here. This is how you manage your recruitment timeline. I repeat, this is how you manage your recruitment timeline. This is where you would delete that school, right? But I mean, I don't know why you would be deleting them unless they just don't want you, right? That can happen. So you manage your timeline here. We go here, and you'll see at first when we first open the back end to the website builder is that you saw all of these, right? All of these same titles, and you saw that they were they had numbers beside it. So you'll see on these, it's obvious that this student athlete didn't do any of the things yet, right? Johnny Rebound is kind of maybe he's not really interested in Florida State. No idea. But he didn't do some stuff yet. So what happens here with this Florida State business is that you have the recruit questionnaire. You have the timeline here, you have your notes. So this is something that you can use to keep track for yourself. You put your notes in here, what's going on, maybe when you talk to a coach, certain things. You put it there so you don't lose those notes. And every time you go back, your notes are sitting there ready for you. So go back to your timeline. Here's how it has a recruit. This is the first start. You have your recruit questionnaire. So you're going to click on that. I'm sorry. No, you're not going to click on that. You don't have to click on the timeline there. You can come down here. Make sure you read these instructions. These instructions are very important for you. We want you to view the questionnaire. All right. So, all right. I think it went to another screen. Hold on. Wait. All right. So, see, these are those things when we look and we want to figure out stuff. So, I need to go out and I need to find out where that questionnaire is because it's not giving me the screen that I asked for, right? But let me see something here. And that's something, as I said, that's why I like doing these like this sometimes because you can actually see that when we see it happen, we jump right on that. And that'll be a glitch that we will definitely work on. But that is not common, right? So let's back up here. Go back to my schools. Let's look at George Mason here. All right, so obviously here, Johnny Rebound already done hit some of these here. And to be perfectly honest, so what I do need to share with you is this. And I said glitch, but let's be really, really clear. It's not always a glitch on our end. There are some times when the schools actually change those questionnaires, and that happens a lot. We had some schools questionnaires with that were their actual links that we had to inform the schools that their links were going to I think they got hacked or something, and we had to inform the schools that their links were going to let's just say some unsavory places, and we had to get them to take them down or whatever, and that may have been one of the schools. But as you'll see here, when you hit that questionnaire, it's going to come up with something like this. um, like this is George Mason's men's basketball questionnaire, and we're not going to go all the way into it, but they're going to want you to fill in information, and their questionnaire is going to pop up, and they're going to ask you a lot of questions, right? And they're going to ask you some questions, and you just put the questions in there. It's really, really simple. Once you complete that questionnaire, yes, I've successfully completed the questionnaire. The dates pop here. Save the changes. Too easy, and you'll just go through this whole entire process. So this is where you'll see you'll have the coach's responses. So this is in response to. So let's say you go from here to contact a coach, right? When you're contacting a coach. Now, yes, there are some items in here that you can change a particular way. We think that this process, this format here works, but you can do it. What you can add up to add things or whatever. But we feel like this process right here works. So as you'll see here, how it has a school, their name. So whatever the school that you put in the beginning of the website when you built the website, this is what's going to pop up here. Everything that you input is what's going to pop up here. Class of 2025, whatever the school, Hanover, Pennsylvania, your interest in that particular school. So you don't even have to go through the whole process of building the complete email. It's already done for you. It's already done for you. What better way to do this when some things are already done for you? So all you got to do is worry about following up and doing your questionnaires and following up and doing your questionnaires and following up. When a coach hits you back, you need to be responding. All right. I mean, it doesn't get it any better than that, right? So you have those here, and we're not going to hit any of it because it'll go out to a coach. But as you'll see here, coach, subject, and message are all required. See how it has here, Johnny Rebound 2025. And here's your potential student athlete, highlight video included. That's because your up to 8 videos are on your website. Hint, hint. It's on your website. It's already there for the coach to send to you, along with guess what? Your schedule and all your stats and all your achievements on one spot, all on that website. So if you did a coach, this is where the coaches are. See these coaches here? Come on. It's a no-brainer. As long as we have everything up to date, it's going to that coach, right? And that's who you click. You click the coach that's going to go to. All right. So let's say it went to that coach. Um, Coach responded. You're you're going to get a text message and everything that's going to say, "Hey, this coach responded to your site," because you're going to put your phone number in your account. And once you put your phone number in your account, you're going to check all the buttons that say, "Hey, I want this coach to respond to me. I want those messages." And then you can tell all your friends, "Hey, look, coach hit me back." Or you can be secretive. I don't know. Everybody wants to tell everything, right? Um, Coach's responses will all be right here, and you can see all the responses. And you're going to get the text message on your phone when they see your website, when they review it, when they respond to your messages. It doesn't get any easier than that. You never have to wonder what's going on with your recruiting process with our software. Here's a whole entire timeline. It does not get any better than this. And we're offering the software only access for $500 for 2 years. 20 slots. 20 slots. Only 20 slots until October the 11th, 2024. It will shut off automatically. All right. Um, I mean, this is it doesn't get any better than this, folks. So if you go up to your My Account section, the My Account section, you have to put in your phone number and you'll agree to. I'm trying to pull it up for y'all here. All right. Give me a second here. I'm gonna put a number in here. And what you're going to see is, as you see here, this is, as you say, see what it says there. It says, be notified via SMS, get notified via text message when a coach opens and reads your recruitment email, watches one of your videos, or sends you a reply on your recruitment page. Message frequency varies. Opt out by replying stop. I'm going to say this. I don't see any reason why you would be why you'd be saying stop to that. Um, I don't see any reason why you'd be saying stop to that. So I left this blank so we can show you. You just go ahead, you put the phone number in there. Phone number's there. Yes, I agree to the terms of the policies, and you go to next. So we're opt in. There it's gonna do the one-time password. And then once it does that, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna put the one-time password in. Now, mind you, it must be the phone that you're going to use. Okay, the phone that you're going to use and that you have access to for this, um, or someone else going to be getting your access. And as you'll see there, it says at this number, coach opens and reads my recruitment email. Yes. Coach watches one of my videos. Yes. A coach sends me a reply on my recruitment page. Yes. And as I said earlier, always make sure that you hit save. And if you really want to make sure that it worked correctly, If you look up here, hopefully you can see my cursor hitting. Most of the changes, when you hit save changes, it'll say change saved successfully. But you can always back out and come back into that screen, right? Just to make sure it's there. Just to make sure, because this is important. We're talking about not making a six-figure mistake here, right? Not putting this information in here could be a six-figure mistake. But this is why we say it's your recruiting process on steroids. How can you not want to do this? How can you not want to take advantage of this offer? Do it while it lasts. It's only 20 slots for this particular offer. We're not going to leave you hanging. We're still going to send you a lot of educational information because we want you to succeed in this recruiting process. Because when you succeed, we succeed. And our biggest goal here is to facilitate the process for all of our student athletes, coaches, athletic directors in schools, because we want you to trust the process in the end. And you can't trust the process if you don't know how it works. We just showed you how to speed, not just speed up the process, but make the process more efficient, because the process is slow, right? But we made it efficient to the point where even if it's slow, you sitting back like, what else can I do right now? I'll tell you what you can do. Student athletes, all you got to do is continue to keep your grades up. That's what you do. Continue to keep your grades up, and continue to excel at your sport. Have a great time with your family. Not stress over the recruiting process. That's why this is so beautiful. Because in the process of, oh, I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened. You will not have to wonder what's happening with your recruiting process. Man, I don't know how many other ways to say it. You will not have to wonder what's going on with your recruiting process. So, lastly, I want to show you the actual offer that is here, and I think it's a great offer. This is our first time doing this. Don't know if we're ever going to do it again, because this group is actually going to be, excuse me, this group is actually going to be pretty special, um, because like another other businesses do, when people take us up on certain offers or what have you, um, we feel like we owe you something additional, right? And I think in this case, we're going to do something like that. Um, I don't know what it's going to be as of yet, but we're going to probably put something else together special for the folks that are in this 20. It's going to be something that we, probably don't ever actually regularly do, but we're going to probably pour into them with a lot of additional information, a lot of professional development stuff that a student athlete should have, not only for athletics but in real life. And that's another thing that we do here, facilitate the process, is we do professional development. So we prepare student athletes not just for athletics, we prepare them for after athletics, we prepare them for with skills that they'll need while they're doing athletics, or if they never continue in athletics, so that they'll have certain soft skills and things like that. But we're going to figure something out for these folks, and yeah, I think we're going to do something very, very, very special for these folks. And so, what you'll have here on the site is, if you hopefully you can read that, and it basically tells you that. Sorry, my lights just went out here. You time is definitely running out. All right, time is definitely running out for this offer. But not only is time running out for this offer, time is running out in the recruiting process. Um, if you're a junior slash ninth, I'm sorry, if you are a freshman slash ninth grader, um, if you're on varsity, you should be getting started now. If you're on a top AAU, you should be getting started now. Don't just assume because you're on AAU that you're going to get recruited and all these things. You should be doing this now. You should be doing this now. Sophomore, junior, senior, it can get really, really late. Have we ever gotten people recruited this is a major question we get. Have we ever gotten anybody recruited late in the game? Yes. We have gotten folks recruited for different various JUCOs um, in their um, in their senior year. It can be tough because, as we said, when you go through the transfer portal, a lot of folks are in there, right? And you got to fit something that that coach wants. We'd rather for you to get yourself in there now and have a coach really say, "Hey, this young lady or this young man is for our program." So time is running out for this offer here. And right now, 20 days, 10 hours, 49 minutes, and 1 second, and it's running down. So really, really simple. You go to the site here, it says, "Yes, I want this offer now." You want this offer now because it may never repeat itself. And if it does, it might be higher. So you click on it, you're almost ready to get it done. And as I said, you're going to see what's included. All right. You're going to target, you can target all these schools, I'm sorry, all these different conferences, right? Create your professional college profile and turn it into your very own web page. Very quickly, that's what I showed you when we went through the back end, right? That's your own web page, dedicated student athlete web page, right? Their very own web page. It's all it is basically an athletic resume, right? And that's what we used to call them years ago. We just called it an athletic resume. And we would build these profiles for student athletes and have to put it on our website. We we changed the game. Okay. And we need you to continue this. We changed the game by being able to build all of this from scratch. So you don't have to, right? Track your progress with the built-in recruiting timeline. We showed you what the timeline was. When the coaches are reaching out to you, you're checking the boxes, you're doing the dates. So you never have to not know what's going on. You always know you did something. You can't forget it. It's a checkbox. Access to text alerts in real time when the coach reads your resume or watch your videos. Come on, reach out to unlimited targeted coaches over 52,000. No matter what tier you're on, we don't take the right away from you to be able to reach out to unlimited coaches. We're not telling you because you're on the role player package that you're only going to be reach out to 1,000 coaches. No, that's not what we do here. The only difference in the packages is just the level of let's say if there's any other like complete really personal attention to where we have to pull away from certain things to say, okay, well, we need to reach out to these coaches personally, or if we handle your social media for you, something like that. That's a little bit different, right? Because that takes time, and we want to make sure that that's done right for you because everybody's social media presence is not the same. So if we had to do something like that, yes, that's on a higher level. Also, in other packages, we offer certain other digital capabilities that I think you and your student athletes would love because it keeps them going with technology, and it's a way to have their social media, not only a social media, but to have their recruiting items with them every day. And I'll leave that at that because you're going to receive something in reference to that and how that works. As I said, access to the fill room, so you're never alone. No brainer. We have the videos sitting there so that you can properly put this together. Watch the videos 2 or 3 times. They will walk you through exactly what you need to do, and you can set up a successful profile. So here, as I said, regular price is actually 720 because it's actually the regular price was $30 a month, which comes out to 360 a year. Comes out to 720 for 2 years. You're going to save $220 today. On it says today, but whatever day that you get it between now and October 11th, um, before all 20 slots are filled up, it'll be $500 for 2-year access. All right, so let's see if so when you go through this part, I don't want to put up other information up here, but when you go through this, what's going to happen is you're going to see the terms and conditions here. You need to check that box right here, and you're going to see this go to step 2 is going to light up, and uh, I'm going to say it should, right? Because sometimes technology messes up. When you go to step 2, there's going to be another button where you have to check the terms and conditions as well. But what you have to make sure is that if you see you may see Afterpay. You're going to see a regular credit card area, right? You're going to see after. You may see Afterpay, and you may see Klarna. If you see Afterpay and Klarna there, those are totally up to you. We have no control over um, how their payment plans work. But what you'll see is they'll probably offer you something to break up the payments or whatever, and that's just something that they offer. If you choose to do that, that's totally up to you. But other than that, this is what it is. This is what we're offering, and we hope that it's just kind of long, of course, but we wanted to really get this out to you. We didn't want to just fly by night this to you. So as we said, it's scrolling below. Limited time offer. Role player recruiting package, $500 for 2 years of access. That's $220 savings. And we're doing this in celebration of the Feds cutting the interest rates and assisting with also keeping extra money in your pocket by giving you a lower price point. Um, until October the 11th, 2024, 20 slots open. Get your slot now. Get your slot now. They are going to fill up. The recruiting process is not a game. It's really, really not a game. And there's a lot of strategy in this. We're gonna help you out with it. All right. So look forward to working with you. Get your slot. Once all the slots are filled, we'll probably do like a big meeting or something, and we're gonna start working on getting some things together. You're gonna receive some emails that are gonna tell you every step of the way what's getting done, what's not getting done. Where are you at? Are you reaching out to college coaches? We set that up for you. We will give you reminders. Sometimes life happens, right? We will send you reminders. We will do our best to take care of you. If we're falling short in an area, all you gotta do is let us know. Let us know. Our goal here is to get kids with some kind of scholarship, some kind of grant and aid. We do not want you as parents. We don't want the parents to have to pay all of this money for kids to go to school. All right. So the site will be the site's going to be posted, and you'll go to the site, and you'll just you'll click on that link, and it's going to take you there. So if you have any questions, you can DM me. But as I said, October 11th, this offer, I think it's October 11th at 11:59 p.m. This offer will disappear. Um, Thank you for your time. I hope everybody is enjoying time with family. If you've already started the recruiting process, great. If you need the additional help, um, if if your school needs additional help with recruiting, and you maybe talk to your athletic directors or whatever, let me know. We can talk. So DM me about that. We're always looking for to assist schools, and we do have opportunities for that as well as club coaches and different organizations. So look forward to working with you, and let's get this recruiting process started the right way. Beat the transfer portal.